Today, I want to talk to you about something fundamental, something that can shift the trajectory of your life in just 21 days. And no, I'm not talking about radical transformations or massive overhauls. I'm talking about small, precise, scientifically backed habits that when compounded over time create exponential results. Because here's the truth. Your brain and body are plastic. They adapt. They rewire. And that means you have the power to change. Now, I'm going to walk you through 6 small habits, each backed by neuroscience. And if you commit to them for 21 days, you will see measurable changes in your energy, focus, and overall well-being. Let's dive in. The first thing you should do when you wake up is step outside and get sunlight. This simple habit has profound effects on your brain, body, and overall well-being. Your body operates on a circadian rhythm, an internal clock that dictates when you feel alert and when you feel tired. This rhythm is primarily regulated by light exposure, specifically natural light. When your eyes detect sunlight in the morning, it sends a powerful signal to your brain, particularly to a region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus in the hypothalamus. This signal triggers a cascade of biological processes that help set your internal clock, optimizing your energy levels, mood, and overall metabolic function throughout the day. One of the most immediate effects of morning sunlight exposure is an increase in cortisol, which is often misunderstood as a stress hormone, but is actually essential for waking up and feeling alert. Morning cortisol is not the same as stress-induced cortisol. In the right amounts and at the right time, it plays a critical role in getting your body moving, reducing inflammation, and supporting immune function. When your cortisol rhythm is properly aligned with the natural cycle of light and darkness, you wake up feeling more refreshed, and your energy remains more stable throughout the day. Sunlight exposure also stimulates the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that is essential for mood regulation and cognitive function. Serotonin levels rise in response to light exposure and later get converted into melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep. This means that the light you get in the morning directly impacts the quality of your sleep at night. If you skip this step and rely on artificial indoor lighting, your body misses out on this crucial signaling process, leading to grogginess in the morning and difficulty falling asleep at night. Another important aspect of morning sunlight is its effect on dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation, focus, and pleasure. When you expose your eyes to natural light in the first hour of waking, dopamine levels increase, improving mood and cognitive function. Higher dopamine levels also help reduce stress and anxiety while enhancing your ability to stay focused and engaged in tasks throughout the day. Research has shown that people who consistently get morning sunlight report higher levels of motivation, better mental clarity, and an overall greater sense of well-being. The key to making this habit effective is consistency. Even on cloudy days, natural light is significantly more powerful than indoor lighting in signaling your brain to regulate its rhythm. Ideally, you should aim for at least 10 minutes of direct sunlight exposure within the first hour of waking, and if it's particularly overcast, 20 to 30 minutes may be necessary. It's important to step outside rather than look through a window, as glass filters out some of the most beneficial wavelengths of light. If you wake up before the sun rises, using bright artificial lights that mimic natural sunlight can be a temporary alternative, but they should not replace actual exposure to outdoor light. Beyond energy, mood, and sleep, morning sunlight has broader health benefits, including improved metabolism, better cardiovascular function, and enhanced immune response. Before reaching for coffee, your phone, or breakfast, moving your body first thing in the morning has profound effects on your brain and physiology. The body operates in a state of rest and repair during sleep, and when you wake up, your nervous system is transitioning from that restorative state to a more active and alert one. Engaging in physical movement during this transition helps activate neural circuits responsible for wakefulness, focus, and overall cognitive function. Movement increases blood flow, oxygen delivery, and the release of neurotransmitters that prime your brain and body for the day ahead. One of the key benefits of morning movement is its impact on dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation, attention, and drive. Physical activity stimulates dopamine release, creating a sense of alertness and readiness. This is particularly important in the morning when your body is naturally shifting from a state of lower alertness to higher engagement. Even small amounts of movement, such as light stretching, mobility exercises, or a brief walk, can significantly enhance dopamine levels, improving mood, cognitive performance, and overall motivation to take on the day's tasks. Beyond dopamine, movement also activates the release of norepinephrine, a chemical that plays a crucial role in focus, attention, and stress regulation. Morning movement serves as a natural stimulant. increasing norepinephrine levels and making it easier to concentrate and remain engaged in tasks throughout the day. This effect is similar to what caffeine does for the nervous system, but movement provides these benefits without the potential downsides of caffeine dependency, crashes, or disrupted sleep cycles. Another key benefit of moving before consuming anything is its effect on glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. The body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels is crucial for long-term metabolic health, energy balance, and cognitive function. Engaging in movement before eating enhances insulin sensitivity, allowing your body to process and utilize nutrients more efficiently. Studies have shown that people who engage in physical activity before their first meal experience better blood sugar regulation, reduced inflammation, and improved metabolic function throughout the day. This means that something as simple as walking for 5 to 10 minutes before breakfast can significantly improve how your body handles food and energy. Movement also has a direct impact on the autonomic nervous system, which regulates heart rate, digestion, and stress responses. When you engage in physical activity in the morning, especially low-intensity movement, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting a state of calm and reducing morning grogginess. This helps to create a smooth transition from sleep to wakefulness without the need for external stimulants. Additionally, movement in the morning reduces levels of adenosine, the molecule responsible for making you feel sleepy. Adenosine naturally builds up throughout the day and is cleared out during sleep. While caffeine temporarily blocks adenosine receptors, movement helps clear adenosine naturally, reducing morning fatigue and improving overall alertness without the need for immediate caffeine intake. Engaging in movement before consuming anything also encourages a shift in mindset, reinforcing discipline and intentionality in how you start your day. The first actions you take in the morning set the tone for the rest of the day, and prioritizing movement signals to your brain that energy, focus, and well-being are important. The brain is not designed to focus indefinitely. It operates in cycles, alternating between periods of deep focus and moments of rest. One of the most effective ways to maximize cognitive performance is to structure work into 90-minute deep work blocks. This time frame aligns with the brain's ultradian rhythms, which govern patterns of alertness and fatigue throughout the day. By working in alignment with these natural cycles, you can optimize focus, productivity, and mental clarity without experiencing burnout or mental fatigue. During a deep work block, the brain shifts into a state of heightened concentration, engaging neural circuits responsible for problem solving, creativity, and learning. The prefrontal cortex, the region of the brain involved in executive function and decision-making, becomes highly active. This state allows for deep engagement with complex tasks, making it easier to absorb information, generate ideas, and complete work efficiently. However, maintaining this level of focus requires eliminating distractions and setting clear boundaries to protect cognitive resources. One of the biggest challenges to deep work is the constant bombardment of notifications, emails, and digital distractions. Each time attention is pulled away from a task, the brain takes time to refocus, leading to inefficiency and mental exhaustion. Structuring work into 90-minute intervals allows the brain to fully immerse itself in a single task without interruptions. This requires setting clear rules, such as silencing notifications, closing unnecessary browser tabs, and creating an environment conducive to deep focus. Research has shown that uninterrupted work sessions lead to significantly higher productivity and better quality output compared to multitasking or working in fragmented bursts. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation and reward, plays a crucial role in sustaining focus during deep work. The brain releases dopamine in response to progress, reinforcing engagement in the task at hand. By breaking work into structured intervals, the brain learns to associate these focus sessions with achievement, making it easier to stay motivated. Over time, this practice strengthens neural pathways related to sustained attention, improving the ability to concentrate for longer periods. At the end of a 90-minute deep work block, the brain naturally begins to shift into a recovery state, signaling that it needs a break. This is a critical part of the cycle, as taking a short break allows for neural consolidation, the process by which the brain organizes and retains information. Stepping away from work for a few minutes, engaging in light movement, or shifting focus to a different type of task helps reset cognitive resources. This ensures that when the next deep work block begins, the brain is refreshed and ready to focus again. The timing of deep work blocks is also important. Cognitive performance tends to be highest in the first few hours of the day, making the morning an ideal time for focused work. Aligning deep work sessions with natural energy peaks allows for maximum efficiency. As the day progresses and mental energy declines, lighter tasks that require less cognitive effort can be prioritized. By consistently applying this structured approach, the brain adapts to a rhythm of intense focus followed by deliberate rest, leading to sustainable productivity and improved mental performance. Delaying caffeine intake for at least 90 minutes after waking can have a profound impact on energy levels, focus, and overall well-being. The body follows a natural cycle of wakefulness and sleepiness governed by the buildup and clearance of a molecule called adenosine. Adenosine accumulates in the brain throughout the day, creating a feeling of fatigue. During sleep, adenosine levels gradually decrease, allowing the body to reset. However, when waking up, a residual amount of adenosine remains in the system, contributing to the grogginess many people feel in the morning. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors, temporarily preventing the sensation of tiredness. When caffeine is consumed immediately upon waking, it interferes with the natural process of adenosine clearance. Instead of allowing the body to naturally eliminate residual adenosine, caffeine masks fatigue, leading to a short-term boost in alertness. However, once caffeine wears off, adenosine that was not properly cleared floods the brain, resulting in the dreaded afternoon energy crash. This cycle often leads to increased caffeine consumption later in the day, which can disrupt sleep and create a dependency on caffeine to feel functional. By delaying caffeine intake for at least 90 minutes after waking, the body is given the opportunity to clear adenosine naturally. This allows for a more stable energy curve throughout the day, reducing the likelihood of mid-afternoon crashes and promoting sustained mental clarity. Additionally, waiting to consume caffeine supports a healthier cortisol rhythm. Cortisol, often referred to as the wakefulness hormone, is naturally elevated in the morning to help the body transition from sleep to alertness. When caffeine is consumed too early, it can interfere with this process, dampening the body's ability to produce cortisol effectively. Over time, this can lead to reduced natural wakefulness, making individuals more reliant on caffeine to feel energized. Another important factor in delaying caffeine is its effect on dopamine sensitivity. Caffeine increases dopamine receptor availability, which enhances motivation and mood. However, frequent and early caffeine consumption can lead to a decrease in dopamine receptor sensitivity, making it harder to experience motivation and pleasure without caffeine. By delaying caffeine intake, the brain maintains healthier dopamine signaling, leading to improved mood and better overall motivation without excessive reliance on stimulants. Hydration plays a crucial role in supporting energy levels during the first 90 minutes of waking. Since sleep is a dehydrating process, drinking water upon waking helps rehydrate the body, improve circulation, and support cognitive function. Many people mistake dehydration for tiredness, reaching for caffeine instead of replenishing fluids. Drinking water first ensures that fatigue is not simply due to dehydration, allowing the body to naturally regain energy before introducing caffeine. For those accustomed to drinking coffee immediately, transitioning to a delayed caffeine routine may take some adjustment. The first few days might involve mild grogginess, but as the body adapts, natural wakefulness improves. Over time, individuals who delay caffeine intake report feeling more energized throughout the day, experience fewer crashes, and sleep better at night. This small shift in morning routine optimizes the body's natural rhythms, reducing dependence on stimulants and enhancing overall mental and physical performance. Cold exposure has a profound impact on both the body and the brain, activating a series of physiological and neurochemical responses that enhance focus, resilience, and overall well-being. When exposed to cold, the body undergoes an immediate stress response, triggering the release of norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in attention, mood regulation, and cognitive function. The increase in norepinephrine levels can improve mental clarity, reduce inflammation, and enhance overall alertness, making cold exposure a powerful tool for optimizing brain performance. One of the most significant effects of cold exposure is its impact on dopamine. Studies have shown that brief exposure to cold water can increase dopamine levels by up to 250%, creating a sustained feeling of motivation, focus, and elevated mood. Unlike the short-lived dopamine spikes associated with social media, junk food, or other instant gratification activities, the dopamine release from cold exposure lasts for hours, leading to improved concentration and a greater ability to handle stress throughout the day. This effect makes cold exposure particularly useful for those looking to enhance mental endurance, improve emotional resilience, and maintain steady energy levels. Cold exposure also influences the autonomic nervous system, shifting the body into a state of increased resilience. When entering cold water, the initial reaction is an instinctive gasp, followed by rapid breathing and an elevated heart rate. However, with controlled exposure, the body adapts by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps regulate stress responses. Over time, repeated exposure to cold strengthens the body's ability to handle physical and psychological stress, making challenges in daily life feel more manageable. This adaptation is one of the reasons elite athletes, military personnel, and high performers incorporate cold therapy into their routines. It trains the nervous system to remain calm under pressure. Another key benefit of cold exposure is its impact on metabolism. When exposed to cold temperatures, the body activates brown fat, a type of fat tissue responsible for generating heat and burning calories. Brown fat activation increases metabolic rate, improves insulin sensitivity, and supports overall metabolic health. This process, known as thermogenesis, enhances the body's ability to regulate energy levels and burn fat more efficiently. Individuals who regularly engage in cold exposure often report improvements in body composition as the body becomes more effective at utilizing stored energy. Cold exposure also has powerful effects on the immune system. Research has shown that regular cold exposure increases the production of white blood cells and enhances immune function, reducing the likelihood of illness. Cold stress stimulates the release of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, helping the body recover more efficiently from physical exertion and environmental stressors. Athletes and individuals recovering from injuries often use cold therapy to accelerate muscle recovery and reduce soreness, as the cold reduces inflammation and enhances circulation. Incorporating cold exposure into a daily routine can be done in various ways, ranging from cold showers to ice baths or outdoor exposure to cold temperatures. The key is to gradually increase tolerance, starting with just 30 seconds of cold water at the end of a shower and progressing over time. The combination of dopamine release, improved stress resilience, metabolic benefits, and enhanced immune function makes cold exposure one of the most effective and accessible tools for optimizing mental and physical health. Sleep is the foundation of cognitive function, emotional regulation, and physical health. The body operates on a circadian rhythm, an internal clock that regulates sleep-wake cycles, hormone production, and overall biological function. One of the most effective ways to improve sleep quality is by maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day strengthens the body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling refreshed. Melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep initiation, is naturally released in response to darkness. Exposure to artificial light, particularly blue light from screens, suppresses melatonin production and delays sleep onset. Reducing screen exposure in the evening, dimming indoor lights, and using red or amber lighting signals to the brain that it is time to prepare for sleep, this helps align the body's internal clock with the natural light-dark cycle, promoting deeper and more restorative sleep. Cortisol, the hormone associated with wakefulness, follows a natural rhythm that peaks in the morning and gradually declines throughout the day. However, irregular sleep patterns, stress, and late-night stimulation can cause dysregulation, leading to difficulty falling asleep and grogginess in the morning. Managing stress, practicing relaxation techniques, and avoiding stimulants late in the day help regulate cortisol levels, allowing for a smoother transition into restful sleep. One of the most important factors influencing sleep quality is temperature regulation. The body experiences a natural drop in core temperature in the evening, signaling that it is time to sleep. Keeping the sleeping environment cool enhances this process, making it easier to fall into deep, restorative sleep. Taking a warm shower or bath before bed helps accelerate this cooling process by causing a rebound drop in body temperature, further promoting relaxation and sleep onset. Nutrition also plays a significant role in sleep quality. Consuming heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol too close to bedtime can disrupt sleep by interfering with digestion, increasing